Okay, so I've watched this trailer 4 times now, and I keep landing on the same thought. This is the episode where the party becomes the trap. Not a metaphorical trap, an actual. Everyone is in one place and someone is going to use that trap. Let's get into it. We open on the image that's already living in everyone's head. Will, sitting in Beulah's chair, in her office, on the night of the 190th anniversary party. And I don't think the writers picked that chair by accident. Sitting in someone's chair isn't just "I'm back." It's "I already know how this ends, and I'm comfortable enough to wait for you here." That's not a man sneaking in through a side door. That's a man who walked through the front, in front of staff, in front of guests arriving for the party, and nobody stopped him. Which means either he had help getting that far or this family's security around Beulah is a lot thinner than it looks on camera. What I want to know is what he's holding. Because Will doesn't show up empty-handed. He shows up with something he thinks changes the math, and given everything sitting under the surface of the season, my money is on him knowing more about Wes's death than anyone's accounted for. If he can connect that thread back to Joaquin, or even just plant the suspicion publicly, he doesn't need to win the succession outright. He just needs to make Beulah look like she can't trust the son who's been loyal. Then we get the line everyone's going to be replaying. Beulah, in front of her own party, announcing she's handing things over to the next generation. On a night built around 190 years of history, that's a deliberate stage. She's not doing this quietly in a will reading. She's doing it in front of cattle buyers, neighbors, and everyone who matters to the Jackson name, which tells me the announcement itself is a move. She's trying to make whatever she decides unchallengeable by making it public. And here's my theory. I don't think Beulah walks into that party with her mind made up. I think the trailer is showing us the moment before the real decision, and the real decision gets forced by something that happens during the party itself, not by paperwork, by chaos. Which is exactly what the rest of this trailer is full of. Beth and Rip have spent this season actually doing the work, building the brand deal, showing up for Beulah, putting themselves in the middle of problems that weren't originally theirs. On paper, they're the obvious answer. But obvious answer and what actually happens are not the same thing on this show, and I think the trailer is quietly setting up a version of events where Beth and Rip get handed something that isn't really a gift. If Will can't take the ranch outright, the next best move for him is to make sure whoever does take it inherits a mess instead of a legacy, debts, suspicion, a family that's already at war. Winning by poisoning the well. Carter's arc this season has been one slow-motion collision, and this trailer feels like the night it finally lands. He's already carrying more than he can talk about out loud, and now he's at a party, dressed up, expected to be fine in front of people, with alcohol everywhere and zero outlet for what he's been holding on to. I don't think he makes it through this episode without some kind of public unraveling. The having fun/time of my life exchange near the end of the trailer reads to me as classic dramatic irony, the calm right before something goes very wrong for him specifically. And then there's the image everyone's going to be freeze-framing, a silhouette through a window, a weapon raised, someone firing. No clear face. No clear room. That's deliberate ambiguity, and I think the show wants you spending the week between episodes arguing about it. My read. I don't think this is random violence. I think this is someone who's been pushed to a breaking point by everything happening earlier in the night. The announcement, Will's return, whatever truth gets dragged into the open at that party. Whoever's behind that trigger isn't a stranger. It's someone we've already met, and the party gave them the one window of chaos where nobody would notice them slip away from the crowd, as oh here's where I land. I don't think episode 7 is building toward anything. I think it is the thing. 190 years of legacy, one night, and every storyline this season has been quietly loading suddenly goes off at the same time. The party isn't the backdrop, it's the mechanism. Drop your theory on who's behind that trigger in the comments. I've got 2 names in mind, and I genuinely don't know which one I believe. See you after the episode airs.